Hi everybody, it's Brianna Casey back for week 5. We're almost done with this semester, so let's try to finish strong, you guys. From this week's reading, we read chapters 5 through 7 of Louis E. Catron and Scott Shattuck's The Director's Vision, Play Direction from Analysis to Reduction, 2nd edition, 2015. From this week's reading, we focused on how to study a character's objectives, actions, and relationships, finding the moral of the story in a production, and how the playwright's choice of words and phrases distinguishes each character, highlighting their background, allowing readers to enrich their understanding of the play's thought, evoking imagery, and creating the rhythm in a play. When it comes to directing a high school play, I think one of the most important things we need to focus on is building an understanding of the world of the play, both of the characters in the play and the overall meaning of the play. Without these two elements, it becomes really difficult to guide actors in the right direction in order to make stronger acting choices and create a unified production. One of my biggest takeaways from this week's reading comes from Chapter 5, Character, the People of the Play, which emphasizes the importance of understanding a character's objective. Now, character analysis is nothing new to me, nor is asking myself the question, what does my character want? As an actor, that was one of the first questions that I've been taught in my acting classes. However, Catron and Shattuck challenged me to consider this question from a director's point of view and notice how closely objectives are tied to actions. As a director, it's not just about asking, what does this character want? It's also about asking, what is this character willing to do to get what they want? In the chapter, the authors challenge directors to use action verbs that force you to think from the character's point of view and makes their goals feel more active and intentional. I think that this approach can be especially useful when working with high school actors, considering that this question, what does my character want, can be a very difficult question for us to answer. I remember as a young actor myself, this was a question that I really struggled with. Most of the time, actors will simply answer this question by summarizing the events in a production or the character's complete story even, rather than focus on the actions the character takes in order to achieve what they want. By redirecting our students' attention to using action, you can give them something more physical to connect to. It turns the character from just words on a page into someone actively pursuing their goals on stage. My second takeaway from this week's reading comes from Chapter 6, Thought, the Idea of the Play, which focuses on the understanding of the meaning of the play as a whole. This was a concept that was honestly new to me, or at least the delivery it was taken, like how it was presented was new to me. The idea of thought as the play's message, what the playwright is trying to convey in their story through philosophical, moral, or ethical assessment of the world. Catron and Shattuck, 2015, really made me reflect on how I approached my scripts as a director. I've always been able to identify conflicts and goals within a scene. Most of the time, at least. But finding the overall meaning of the play, finding the overall theme, is something that I know I can struggle with a lot. In Chapter 6, Catron and Shattuck provide an answer to my little problem. To help, they suggest finding a distinction between subject and theme. Rather than spend hours hunched over your desk trying to solve a seemingly impossible riddle, the author suggests starting with a single word to describe what the play is about and then using that to build your theme. By taking this approach, you are able to break down the overwhelming analysis into smaller, more manageable steps to follow through on. As a director, that understanding is so important because that thought of the play is what ties everything together. It connects the cast, the design, and the overall vision into a unified story. When you put these two ideas together, understanding character objectives and understanding the play's thought, it really shapes how you approach directing. You're not just telling actors where to stand or how to say a line or to be sad or to be angry. You're helping students understand who their characters are and how they fit together in the world of the play. Directing a high school play isn't just about putting on an okay performance. It's about guiding young actors to tell a story with purpose and with clarity, putting on a show that people want to see, are encouraged to see. And that all starts with you as the director, understanding both the people in the play and the meaning behind the play. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.